Hi, it's Pat here from Letters to My Sister. I've got another journal flip through today. This one is pretty special. It's different to anything I've made before or anything I've seen before. And I actually was planning to make this video in the morning. It's now 9 o'clock at night because between one thing or another things went wrong. So let's start. It's based on William Morris, so Victorian, but mainly from the early 1900s to about 1920 is the theme throughout. So I started off this morning with not quite as you see now, and I thought, oh, it really needs a journal topper. So I made one without Letters to My Sister picture of Mum and Nanny trees, and I decided no, that really doesn't look very good. So that was a little while taken out. So then I thought, oh, I really should put some beads on the end of the string that ties the signatures together. So I did that. These are all vintage beads that were, I don't know, all over the place. So I did that. And then I thought I'll put some of these corners on. You know, the ones that you clamp down. Every time I do that, I struggle because you clamp one piece down and the other piece sticks out. And then you've got to try and wedge it back in. It's fiddling with it. And the bead swung around the back here and damaged this leatherette that I have down the spine. So originally, this is the colour of the spine. This is the same leatherette. Interestingly, I think this was the first journal I ever made about 8-9 years ago. And it's also got a William Morris Strawberry Thief design on it. This is William Morris, but it's called Chintz the Wandle. I don't know what that means. I keep thinking Chintz the Womble, although I don't know. I don't know how that would translate. Anyway, I damaged the leatherette, so then I had to put something over it. But I had this lovely embroidered organza in a gold, which, as you'll see when I open it, there's more of this inside. So it worked out really well. And I think actually dulling down that fairly bright sort of reddy pink colour worked well, because this print has more yellow in it than red actually. So I think they went well together. And then I just to hide the edges, put some glue on that's not quite dry, beady things. Now, the difference between this and any other journal I've seen is, ta-da! I've decided to make a journal that has a storage box in the front. And here is the same gold organza that I put down the spine. This part is not embroidered, but it is off the same fabric. So I've created a box, which I made from scratch out of cardboard. And inside you can store pencils. If you use the journal for sketching, you could have a range of pencils or art supplies. It would be a great place to put things like tickets, or just to make some quick notes for things that you want to put into your actual journaling space later. Any kind of ephemera that you want to use. I've put a few pieces in just to start you off, because this will be for sale in our Etsy shop. A couple of pieces of lace and doilies, some old photographs. Whenever this cover is actually made just from a cardboard box, regular cardboard box, and the leftover pieces, like I've cut out lots today, this sort of leftover piece when I'm cutting up a box, I keep some of them, and because I love the corrugation, and actually make little I don't know, that could be a tuck spot, or could use it as a bookmark in something. So I keep those. There's a few other little bits, scrappy bits, for you to use for making your own ephemera. So let's put those back in the box. But anyway, I just like the idea of having a storage box in the front of your journal. Let's just that'll do for now. And here we go. Here's the Strawberry Thief again. William Morris design, around about 1850. Certainly right in the Victorian period was William Morris's work. But I mean, still for sale now. They're still operating. These are public domain though now because they're well over 100 years old. And this was a paper napkin which has been decoupaged. This is a download from William Morris, public domain. Just Google it, you'll find it. Here's more of his designs. So this was, I actually started making signatures for something I wanted to make in homage to my grandmother. These are the two people that kind of inspired it. These are just prints, but I do have the original cabinet cards. I think they're quite thick cardboard. I used to think that this was my great-grandfather and great-grandmother, but I now, after meeting, not actually meeting, but meeting online, a third cousin from England, through ancestry and DNA testing, which is fabulous. I believe that this is her great-grandfather Robert Jones and his wife Lily. So that would be my grandmother's brother. Possibly. We don't know for sure. But I'll pop these in here actually. Pop them in there afterwards. So whoever buys this can use them in their journaling. So there's a few pockets and places where I've put things like this. This is an original page from a 1910 music, piece of sheet music. Pockets, these are printable, so they're not originals, but they're all from that era. And again, this is an original page from a 1922 ledger, which we do have this for sale in our Etsy shop, in our 100-year-old paper packages. Some paper patterns from, this was a download, but I'm not sure where a friend gave this to me. But these are fashions from the Edwardian era, as you can see, that big bustle at the back. Some vellum paper, some of my extra grungy dyed coffee paper, which is for sale in our Etsy shop. And again, that's made a pocket at the side with something, you can put whatever you want, but more journaling space anyway. 1901, Australia's Federation. And we've got a pocket in the back and just some lovely papers that you can journal on the back of them. Once again, muffler, we've used that on our Letters to My Sister cover page. And I think, pretty sure we still have these belly band pieces, and we've also got ruffles and other strips like that. Looks gorgeous with that green though. If it's not there, I'll make some more and list some more. Now, Dale, or our dad, Dale and I have our Etsy shop together, as most anyone who watches this video will know. Our dad used to love old time music hall, and when we were little girls we used to listen to it with him and learn the songs. So these are actually lyrics from songs from the old time music hall, which dates, well, I suppose from the late 1800s up until the 1920s. They probably still have old time music halls, but this was at its heyday. Oh, here we go. This song was written in 1902. And, you know, sometimes when Dale and I get together, we do sing these songs, which is so much fun. If you wanted to, you could Google or YouTube that, and you'll get to hear a rendition of it, and then follow the words along. These are, generally, they're so funny, actually, when you really read the words through. Pianola paper, which we also have in our Etsy shop. I've backed that with a paper napkin, another William Morris design, but it does add a lot of strength to the paper. And I thought, you know, if this was your book, if this was mine, if I was keeping it, I would probably use that to set down a photograph, something like that. Maybe put something behind it. Yep. I don't know how that is for writing on, but I think that would be a nice place to put a photograph. If you don't like the lyrics, you could always cover that up with, you know, a collage or something else. No big deal. Okay, here we have, oh, we've got another one. Daddy wouldn't buy me a Bow Wow. That's hilarious. Vesta Victoria. So that's a copy from the original, I guess, the billboard. And here are the words. And of course, Bow Wows are, they are the best. I've got a little cat and I'm very fond of that, but I'd rather have a Bow Wow Wow. Sorry for that. This is an original page out of a book from the 1890s, I think. It's at the back of them. They often used to advertise other books. So it's a catalogue of books. And some more. This is it's just scrapbook paper, but it's inspired by the Edwardian shape. This is a medical page from a medical or home doctor book from 1920s. These pages are included in 100-year-old paper packs as well, and some of them are so interesting. They're all really interesting, but some more than others. Some old ads, a lovely piece of vellum, and that's the center of the journal. Over we go. See, you can see here there's children. They knew that the sun gave you vitamin D already. I don't think you want children in Australia out in the sun, but this is a British book. And the other. So now we're at the back pages of what we've already seen. Now I have to call him Father. This was another song from the Old Time Music Hall. Yes, he used to come and caught his little Marianne. I used to think that he was my young man, but mother caught his eye and they got married on the sly. Now I have to call him Father. Oh dear. Okay, this photo is of the Logue sisters. Though anyone watching this who's been to Western Australia or lives in Western Australia might be familiar with the Loguesbrook Dam, which is just out of Harvey, or in between Harvey and Yarloop. And these are the daughters of, I guess, Mr. and Mrs. Logue, who had a farm up there, and the dam was named after them. Don't look so happy, do they? And some of these are all homemade journaling cards made by me, or pockets, whatever. Yeah. Some more pictures. What's his name? Alphonse Mucha, 1899 up to the 1920s. A sort of commercial artist. Beautiful stuff. This is a pocket, envelope pocket thingy that I decorated. Some more vellum. The opposite pages of those pattern cutting books and the 100-year-old journal paper. Pockets. Music. Oops. Here's another pocket with a couple of pictures. I don't know who she is. Oops. And the back of that. And then we have a pocket in the back where I've put a little notebook and some other pages and pieces of stuff. So I think that's about it. Actually, I will pop him in there. Oh, what happened to... I did write his name on the back. Well, the name we think he is. Oh, there you are, Lily. In you go. And over we go. And I think that's it. It's really rather nice. I had fun making it. And it'll be in our Etsy shop. Enjoy. Bye.